doesn't really bother me. I'm not a smoker to begin with. I don't drink either, so it's not really something that affects me. But hopefully the safeguards in place, and we can go about this in a way where people are smart.
Oh shit, there go Mike. What's up, Mike?
And of course, the province has implemented some extra safety measures. For example, people can only purchase a maximum of 30 grams of cannabis. Also, customers will no longer be allowed inside.
This is the Underrated Podcast. I'm your host, Ed G.
It's Big Tone.
And we
got Triple B.
Triple B. All right, what's up, man? How you doing?
Man, live and direct, baby. I'm here with you. You know what I'm saying? My boy Tonio. We you know what I'm saying? We chilling, we talking about, real topics, and just glad to be here now, man.
I'm glad to have you, man. So what y'all was sparring about earlier?
What you mean? Why everything got to be a spar?
It was a spar, man.
It wasn't a spar.
Look, every time somebody else is up here with you, it's gonna turn to a spar, man.
I just try to pick people's mind and see how they think, and try to see if I can get them to think differently. Maybe open up their mind to some other ideas. Now, we was talking about R. Kelly. Bing, bing, bing. You said that's what he get. For what? I mean, you got to be a man about it, man. If you that's what you want to do. I mean, if you want to, mess with the young kind, and so, right. So do you? So that
I like the way
I understand what you're saying. I agree. So they got to get everybody else too, right? Oh yeah, they got to get everybody else. Everybody else is everybody else. I mean, they got your boy Jerry. You see, he was walking with the walk and everything going into court. They rung him up, didn't they? How many years they give him? 20 something years. Yeah. He learned his lesson. They didn't fix his red wagon. So
you say Jared?
Yeah.
Subway dude?
Subway, yeah. No, I'm talking about Jared Weinstein.
Oh, Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, okay.
My bad. I'm sorry. I called him Jared.
Yeah.
Harvey Weinstein. They got him, didn't they?
What?
That won't young.
That's hard to say these days.
So I'm gonna tell you. This is just my thought process of just my idea of what it is. Them getting Epstein and Weinstein, it was like getting the mafia boss, and you still got all the rest of the people under them that was doing it. You know what I mean? And that's just like all of them. Yeah, he really did. I mean, what he was doing, he was just doing stuff that was out of pocket. I mean, like you doing all the actors, and he produced movies, so he had that power. He was at that level of power where he could do stuff like that and get away with it for a long time. So yeah, that and bro, they had a whole island. Didn't know that.
Oh yeah, they were doing some freak nasty stuff out there.
Epstein Island. Wait.
Well, it was going down.
Did Oprah go?
No.
She was a part of it. She was a part of that. And what about the other girl, Oprah's friend? What's her name? Gail. Gail, she was there too.
Oprah got access? I would have been like, nah, you can't.
That was like a rite of passage into the lifestyle. Now I've heard some things about Oprah and Gail. They said Oprah and Gail they did some things that a lot of people don't want to talk about. I would have put it past bro. I mean, come on, Oprah. How long people stay on TV? Bernie Mac ain't last that long. Yeah, that's true. Oprah. How long? My lifetime.
And then some. Created her own network.
They just made a song about I need Oprah bank account. Oh yeah, Oprah bank.
Well, that was a weird.
Dave Chappelle had his own. We got her pregnant, right?
He had the plan though.
Right.
It was ironclad.
Yeah.
And then it got messed up by the white man. 22 million people may be affected by this stimulus mistake.
What's the stimulus mistake?
Yeah,
I heard about it.
Yeah, checks are not going directly to taxpayers. It's going to like third-party banks.
So I saw a video on Facebook with these people in line. That's what you're talking about.
Well, yeah, I believe it's nationwide. So
I actually heard about one guy that had $8 million in his bank account. I mean, that's stimulus money, but if he would have decided, look, I need to cash out.
I think he tried.
He tried. Yeah. He's like, oh no,
but they stopped. Yeah, they stopped that fast. They was like,
You can't take out more than like. Yeah. I think you can't take out more than like almost 10,000. So they gotta be 999.
Yeah.
No more than $10,000.
I would have got that 900.
If you move more than $10,000, it's a red flag.
Oh, the IRS. Yeah.
But they did up that at Navy Federal. You can actually take out 50,000 now.
All right.
Because of the COVID-19.
Yeah.
You can take out 50,000 right
Shoot your
now.
shot and see if somebody will come knock on your door.
I understand that, man.
Right. What you doing?
But on some real topics, man. You wanna
That's a real topic. Like, that shit is.
You wanna
people
get
are boycotting shit.
Yeah,
Like,
it's wild out there. You know what? I think that as far as America goes right now, a lot of us need just to focus on what's at hand. You know, what's in front of us. Only focus on things you can control. You know what I mean? Because a lot of stuff we can't control, we have no control over.
Right.
Well, what do we have control over?
Just ourselves, man. You know, I mean, being who you are as an individual and know how you can manage, struggle and triumph, and it's all in the same boat.
Well, what don't we have control over?
Well, we really don't have control over the governor telling you to stay at home, or it's not a shelter in home. You know what I mean? You don't have to shelter in, so it's not like he's saying, oh, you can't come outside, but you just got to be safe. Because I went to a 7-Eleven the other day, bro, and I seen straight black people in there, and I was like, ain't nobody had no mask on or nothing, and they was 2 inches apart, and like I was like, I looked down at my mask in the car, threw that shit on fast, and went in the store. I'm like, Lord, you will not give me that Rona. I'm not gonna get the Rona.
I feel you.
Because what I'm hearing now is they saying the coronavirus is affecting a lot of black people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It says it's affecting poverty-stricken areas like Hispanics, blacks, and stuff like that.
Right.
I hear that coronavirus is affecting us more than it's affecting the white people. So, I mean, what's your thought on the subject?
It's affected more. I seen some things about that on social media. I don't know how much of it to be true. You know, I've looked at information from that said both. You know what I'm saying? That it wasn't and then it was. But at the same time, this whole situation is so confusing to me. The Rona, we never in our lifetime have heard of anything that shut everybody in or stuff like that. I guess in our lifetime, but I did see something on Facebook. They said something when the flu first came out. It was some of the same guidelines too. Right. So I mean, but at the end it was Facebook, so I don't know how true that is.
Right.
But as far as some of the things that's happening that's involved with it, I don't know. I think it's more to it for real. Coronavirus, I'm saying I don't want to say it like I don't take it seriously, but I don't fear it as much as other people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think, like I said, I think it's more behind the scenes to that. I think it's more 5G. Mm-hmm. You know,
I heard about that too. With that 5G you're talking about, I heard about that, and I actually looked it up online, and they were saying that the 5G was, but you know what really confused me about the 5G, because this woman was driving, she said she had a radiation detector on her phone. It's like, ain't no damn way you can detect no radiation in your damn phone.
I mean, we don't know. You never know.
But, I mean, that could be one part of it, but I've seen a lot of videos where the people actually had the real readers out there.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. It wasn't so crazy. I don't know if you remember this, but I remember this a couple years back, bro. It was on the news. It was on the news that this dude was just driving his tank down the street, vandalizing stuff. You don't remember that?
A tank?
Yeah, he was driving the tank down the street, vandalizing stuff.
I think I vaguely remember that. I vaguely remember that.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I didn't remember either until I saw it again. And I saw it was an interview of him. You know, he went to prison and stuff. He came out. Well, because he was white. That's why he got back out.
No question. No question.
But they were doing an interview, and he explained why he was doing what he was doing. He was driving, he was knocking down the towers because it was causing so much radiation, causing people to be sick. It was harmful. And he worked for the telecommunications company. You know what I'm saying? That's how he
knew the truth.
He came up with the concept to do it, but then when he realized the effect of it, that's why he had enough money for a tank. He was white. That's why he was allowed to buy a tank. I don't know. No Limit had a tank.
I don't think it was an active tank, though.
I don't think it was active. But my understanding of the 5G is, it's basically the radiations are causing your body to spit out poisons. That's where you're coughing and stuff like that, and it's infected. I guess what they're saying that we're causing the coronavirus ourselves. Is that the case?
Okay. So the radiation, from my understanding, is supposed the way it reacts with the cells, it causes the mucus to form, and it causes your body to try. It's making the body do something else. Yes, to make you cough it up. So it's not we're creating the coronavirus, because if the towers weren't there, then our bodies wouldn't be doing these things.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's the tower's fault that's causing this to make this happen.
And also,
my understanding, I don't know.
I also read a post where they said in Wuhan, in China, that's actually where they first started the 5G. That's where they first put the towers up. But I'm thinking myself, I mean, you have to read literature and you have to actually, you know what I'm saying, speak what you know or what you can learn of. You know what I'm saying? But my understanding is, okay, they started the 5G in Wuhan. I'm like, why would they start 5G in Wuhan, China? I mean, y'all want to elaborate on that? I mean, what is Wuhan, China? I mean,
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm not really sure about 5G. I've seen it. I've seen it pop up on my phone 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? This before all this.
Me too. I mean,
and I was like, wow. And they were saying that back then, and people was ignoring it. And now they're saying it again. And in the midst of the coronavirus, people are taking it serious. But wasn't it serious back then?
Yeah.
True.
Because it was saying the same symptoms.
Yep.
Was happening.
But you know how people is. It's not really real until it's in the backyard.
That's true.
Exactly right.
That's true.
Exactly right.
That's true.
Oh, but about the Wuhan, China thing, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
it started off there, Wuhan, China, and their market. That's where they said it started from, because they have such exotic foods. They can blame it on something happened.
Yeah.
Also, then let's just say that coronavirus is real. I also read a study where a person was working for a university here that was being paid by the university. They was getting paid by China to study the coronavirus, and they was told to, because the coronavirus is not new. You know what I mean? So they was supposed to study it, and then they was supposed to make it more lethal. You know what I mean? And they put certain attributes in it to make it look like flu-like symptoms type things. You know what I'm saying? So, and that person that was doing that left here, went to China, was doing it, lab experiment going wrong, and then if I can get out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
On some Resident Evil type shit.
So, like, I hear a lot of people talking about, a lot of people are asymptomatic, you know what I'm saying, where you can have the virus and don't even know it,
Right.
but your body won't allow it to come into where you would get sick and die or something like that, And I understand that is affecting more older people, you know what I'm saying? People with, that's why they said the black community, people with pre-existing conditions like that, high blood pressure, diabetes, and stuff like that, But my thing is this, like, we've been affected by a lot of stuff for a lot of years. I mean, we can get through this like we got through everything else. I mean, what's y'all take on, just the fact that we still, I mean, I have never been through a pandemic. This is crazy.
Right.
In my lifetime.
For me too.
I mean, we've been through stuff in our life. We've been through the recession. We've been through, it's like, by the time we get old and gray, it's like, we ain't gonna have nothing left. What's gonna be left? What's gonna be left?
I experienced all the world events.
I mean, so
in your notebook.
What's my take? Population control. There's a lot of things people don't know that Bill Gates was one of the first promoters of this in Santa a long time ago, and actually I saw something about it in a movie a long time ago. Where they were talking about population control.
I remember that.
Right. So population control. That's why. Let's just say, for instance, if that part of the coronavirus is real and they're released by accident on purpose, you know what I'm saying? It's for it to happen, and it kill off a lot of people on Earth just to keep it small. The number is small, Now, of course, America would use it to kill off the black people. They've been trying to kill off the black people for
That's
forever.
what I was thinking too.
But at the same time, though, some information I've been coming across is that anybody who's dying right now, they just blame it on the coronavirus.
Yeah, and they blame it on black. It's like
any reason you come in there with a gunshot wound, he died from the coronavirus.
Yep.
Inflating stats.
That's
right. Like, and why would they do
because,
that?
Because one thing I was very concerned about, like, the media. The media is so crazy, man. The media have you thinking that it's the end of the world. It's the end of the world. You know what I mean? But at the same time, at the same point, they reporting all these deaths. How many people have recovered from it? Like it's a lot of people who have recovered from it, but y'all not putting that on the news. Are you putting about the deaths and y'all scaring people, especially the older people? You're scaring them to death because how many people have recovered from it? It's a lot of people have. I've read a report where over 300,000 people in America have recovered from it, but they're not putting it out there. It's not on the news like that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I ain't going down this.
Come on, man. Explain it. Please explain it. I got so excited when he asked this question.
I'd rather you explain it because you are a subject matter expert.
I'm not a subject matter expert.
I want to hear it.
At all.
I want to hear it.
By far.
I want to hear it. What you got to say?
Why the media does not tell everybody about the people who get better.
Okay.
First, you got to understand what the media is there for.
Okay.
What you explain to me what the media is there for?
From my understanding, they're there to report the news.
Report the news.
They're there to tell you what's going on in the country.
Who choose what news to report?
They do.
From what angle do they report the news?
From their studio.
From what angle, though, right? They always point it from their point of view. Whatever narrative they want to get across is the way they present it to you.
Okay.
Even back before, let's erase this, what's happening right now, a pandemic. Let's go back to you being a kid, running around, coming in the house, and grandma watching the news. First thing, breaking news. Someone was shot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right.
It's to produce fear. It's to
gotcha.
have people to fear,
Gotcha.
and they use it to control the masses so people can go out and affect the economy in certain ways.
The toilet tissue.
The news do it. You know what I'm saying? It's the fear and the control.
You're right.
It's never to inform. You got to take the news as a form of entertainment and then seek other information for yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not going to tell you stuff getting better because they don't want you to know, because they want you to think a certain way. I saw reports on the news where they were talking about New York hospitals and how they was being overrun.
Yeah.
I saw other reports of people going out to these hospitals and saying, like, there's nobody in line here. I don't know what they're talking about as far as
goodness.
What's going on. These
serious?
numbers. They show in the video, I watched this dude, where they showed the video of the people, like we was talking about ventilators at this time.
Yeah.
And they show the mayor, whoever it was.
Mayor,
somebody, they showed a hospital room where they were.
I'm not sure his name.
They showed a hospital room where they was working on people and trying to do that. Was actually a video of Italy's hospital when they was doing it. It wasn't even a real video of New York happening right now. The news, because they want you to think a certain way. You know what I mean? They want you to react a certain way. That's what the news is for, to control.
And why is that though? I don't understand that. Like
Mind
if you have you know what I'm saying, a society where, people depend on news. Like I wake up to the news in the morning. Like, my TV comes on at a certain time and I'm listening to channel 10 or 3, whatever, 13, and I'm listening to the news because I want to know how the weather is. You know what I'm saying? That's my first thing anyway. I want to know how the weather is before I go outside because I got to go to work. I got to work in it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But the first thing I hear, coronavirus. It didn't kill. I'm like,
because
man,
that's what they want
I'm
you to
so
think about.
sick and tired of hearing
that
stuff. Man.
Everybody now, you can look at the weather on your phone.
My homeboy probably got killed the other night.
But you don't know.
But I don't know about because you talking about the coronavirus.
And you know what he died from?
Coronavirus. That's crazy. That's crazy.
But yeah, it's there to
establish fear, to keep the people and the masses under control, right?
Right. And you got to understand that all of these things, the television, radio, are controlled by a certain group. They don't care about the people. Mm-hmm. They care about their control and their power and what they have and what they can do. I can manipulate you to do whatever it is.
Because they get paid by ratings, right?
Who?
the like TV shows, the company, they get paid by ratings.
Yeah, but we're not talking about them.
Okay.
Well, they don't care about
We talking
money.
about, we ain't talking about them. We're
Okay.
talking about, it's like 4 groups that own America.
Oh,
That
some
owns
like
the
the
airways.
Rockefellers and all that stuff. The
Right.
Ooh.
you know, the Rockefellers, like Rockefeller,
Y'all going into that territory.
Rockefeller, you already know about the Rockefellers, right?
It's a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff. It's old. It's not even new stuff. It's old stuff. They're like this stuff. That's why racism is so how you call it, systematic or
Yeah, because it's built into the system.
it's
Yeah.
built into the system.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Man, let me get some more of this tequila.
Yeah, and
we ain't even tell y'all about
they
it. Wait,
can't even change
we
their
out here
ways
with the
because
Jose.
I was talking to a guy I worked with the other day, and he was telling me, he said, it's built into their DNA.
It is.
It's
just
nothing
like
that
it's built
is
in
like-
ours.
Yeah.
It's like it's built in ours. It's why, like, with when it just comes to white people in general, from when I was little, maybe because some stuff my mama may have told me, back then, but it's just white people. You just was different around them.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was just different. It was character different from when I can remember. I don't know why, but
It's always
what
been
it
like
is.
that. Yeah.
It's like instilled in them like it is in us.
So it's instilled in us. See, but in us, it's kind of different because we're not the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like like our ancestor was. Like far as slavery, we're not gonna take that. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna pull no chain out or whip me, motherfucker, because it's gonna be a problem.
Right.
It's gonna be a problem. At the same time, I'm still humble enough to know that I'm not gonna step out of line and mess my family up because you step out of line and do something crazy to me. Like if you say, "Oh, you goddamn nigger, you," are like, I really want to punch you in your face. I really want to go over there and punch you in your face. But the man in me, knowing that what I can lose by doing that, makes me hold back the energy. But this is really what I want to do. I really want to just punch you in your face, like, and bust your nose. I want to see blood coming out your nose.
Well,
You know what I mean? I mean, for a white person, you know what I'm saying? Call me a nigga. I just want to punch him in the nose. What do you think about that?
I've never been in a
Well,
situation like that.
Me either.
slavery. Okay, because that's like a 3-dimensional question answer. I'm gonna just get to the root. Slavery follows economics.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, back then, economics was driven off manpower, right?
Yeah.
Fields, all this type of stuff. So that type of oppression and slavery that was applied back then, it worked because you was always physical, it was always hands-on, you was always close. But as times changed and, business evolved, people evolved, living areas evolved, we did have skills as well, so we was able to thrive where we was at on our own or doing a separation, you know what I'm saying, which seemed to be competition, So integration came, and with integration became big business. So now this form of slavery is through economic power as far as your buying ability and circulation of your dollar. Your dollar can't circulate in your neighborhood because half of it is not owned by you, and the stores in your neighborhood are big business. Even though you make money all the time,
Yeah.
you always purchasing outside of your neighborhood because you have to.
Yeah, you got
because
to.
everything has been shut down.
You don't have no
So,
black
yeah.
Walmart, or you don't have no.
So the only way we
do? I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
Sorry.
We may not have the black Walmart, and we may not have the black these other black things, but who said that we couldn't get them?
We can.
You know
not
what I mean?
saying
But
that it's not
it's-
possible. I'm just saying the circumstances that are.
Right.
Yeah.
But all it takes is 3.
Yeah.
Take us.
Because I
That's
thought
right
about
here
it.
sitting
I
right
had to
now.
think about it like, what's that, Black Wall Street? You know what I'm saying? Like, back in the day, you know what I'm saying, them guys were, you know what I'm saying, millionaires. Back in the day, they probably were thousandaires, but $1,000 a day. I mean, back then was millions.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, for them to shut that down and shoot up every, you know what I'm saying? You see the pictures.
Yeah.
You understand? You know what I'm saying? Like
You
they
talking
had to
about
shut
everything I
down.
know right now.
They were so scared. It seemed like the you know what I'm saying, the mass majority of Caucasians were so scared of that happening and that becoming what it was supposed to become, because if that kept going, I guarantee you now by this day and time, we'd have been took over. You know what I mean?
We'd have been
That's what
took
I'm
over.
saying.
We'd have been took
Slavery
over.
changes with
But
economical
we have to change,
things.
like you said, like you were saying. What you saying now? I'm sorry.
That's my point. You know, as times go, and business grew, and our neighborhoods and our communities grew.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We were thriving.
Yep.
That became competition,
Right.
and we still have to hold them in check. So that's why slavery has changed over the years, now it's through the prison system.
Yeah.
So it's always there, but it's just ever evolving with the times.
Yeah, it's like just like the prison system. You know what I'm saying? And I was one to be caught in the prison system. You know what I'm saying? I got caught in the prison system, and I know what it's like to be in the prison system and come out and try to get a job and try to come back and get yourself right. You know what I'm saying? But the things that kept me focused and the things that I was trying to do when I came out of the prison system was like, I didn't give up too quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to beat the block. I had to walk around, look for jobs. Right. I walked around and looked for jobs. I put applications in everywhere I could put an application in. Yeah, it was all no's, but I put an application in.
Right.
And then after that, you know what I'm saying, I had to keep my focus. I had to stay focused on what I was trying to do because I wasn't trying to go back to where I just came from.
Right.
I knew I just came from. I couldn't even get a cold glass of water in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't get no ice, no cold glass of water, no ice. So you have to realize, like, man, the situation we put in and we're given, you know what I'm saying, you have to take advantage of it at all times. I heard Tom Brady say that one time. He was talking to he was talking to Peyton Manning. He said when Drew Bledsoe went down, and you know what I'm saying, Tom Brady tell you, you can hear it, he'll tell you, he was the 199th pick in the draft.
Right.
190, almost 200.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And how many Super Bowl rings he got now?
6.
He said it don't matter how many you get. You got to be the number one pick in the draft. But when that man go down, you got to go in, make it count.
Right.
Make it count.
Right.
Make it count. Determination is key. That's my third time. Determination is key. You have to be determined to make it. You can't just give up, man. You have to be determined. You have to be determined. Like, I'm not going to let this system beat me down because I got an F on my record. You can't do that, man.
Right.
You got to get up. You got to keep running. You going to get a lot of turndowns. You're going to get so many turndowns. You're like, well, I guess it's another turn. But one of them doors are going to open. And when it open, you go there full speed running. Full speed running. And drive and motivate yourself. You don't need no motivation from nobody else. Ain't nobody else got to tell you, oh, bro, you need to go do that. No, when I'm at work, nobody got to tell me what to do. You know why? You motivate yourself. Right. Because what you're doing if you got a family, or you're doing it by yourself, you got to go for it, man. You got to go for it, man. You cannot give up. You got to be strong with it. And that's your
roadmap to recovery, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
yes, sir.
We appreciate you sharing that knowledge, man.
Yes, sir.
You know, I hope somebody do take that in consideration, man.
I don't know. I want to say I appreciate your words right there because not only talking about as far as having the F or whatever on your record, but you know, it's still words of encouragement for multiple people like myself. I don't have an F, but you know, I'm still going through these things at work. I still have these moments in life where I need to find that self-motivation, you know, because sometimes it gets hard being on that some things that we went through in the past. But so I appreciate that. I appreciate those words because I can really get to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Shit. No. Brian, I want to thank you for showing up today, man.
Yes, sir. Ain't no problem, man.
You against Tonio.
Yeah. That's all good, man.
But I enjoyed it. I appreciate it. So that's what the title gonna be. Because y'all sparred the whole time.
I love it. Man.
What you mean? I don't think it's sparring. I think it's sharing knowledge and information.
Right.
That's all it is. I like the opportunity to help someone understand something that they may not understand, and vice versa. You know, they may know something I don't know, and I'd be like, oh man, that's crazy. You know what? That does make sense. You know what I mean?
It just goes to show you everybody has their own opinion. You know what I'm saying? And just because your opinion doesn't match up with that next man's opinion, if he's still making it in life and you're making it in life, that means it's something that he's doing right that's making his life go positive. It's something you're doing in your life make good. Everybody can't live off everybody's model. You have to, you have to
create your own.
Yeah, create your own. You know what I'm saying? And that's just basically the words of life, man. I mean, that's how life goes.
I appreciate it, man. Those gems, man. Y'all dropping gems today. That's I appreciate y'all for joining me in the Underrated podcast. This was episode 8. Yeah.
Hey, look, I want to say this though. Amidst the coronavirus and everything that's going on, I got to give a shout out to my wife, bro.
True that.
Give a shout out to my wife. She don't even know about this right now, but so with the coronavirus, she worked for store manager at H&M. They got laid off. She been getting job offers without putting in applications, bro.
Oh, gracious.
She just got a job offer for Amazon.
Wow.
Somebody at Amazon said, man, I was looking at your profile and it's amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Reach out. If you need to relocate, it's in this area, we'll pay for you to relocate.
Wow.
She didn't put it in the application.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing right there, man.
It's working.
Shout out. I like her. I saw that. I was like, oh yeah, I'll move. I don't give a fuck.
Damn right.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do for your family, man, and you got to do what you got to do for your loved ones. I mean, everybody you love, man, and we're just gonna keep doing what we got to do for our loved ones, man. So.
Word. Most definitely. Well, we're gonna wrap this thing up. I'm your host, Aunt G.
It's Big Tone.
Triple B
in the house.
Triple B. This is the Underrated podcast, y'all. We out.
Yeah.